Welcome back. This video series right here is going to be about reloading. This is something that I've been wanting to do for quite some time. And I'm really excited about getting this information out because I really enjoy reloading. I really enjoy it. I enjoy reloading just about as much as I enjoy shooting, and that's saying a lot. When it comes to reloading, there's a lot of intimidation I feel that kind of looms over what equipment you need, what's the cost, what's the initial investment, is it worth it, do I get anything out of it, am I gonna blow my face up? Just a lot of questions usually comes into place, and I had those questions too when I first started. When I got out of the military, I wanted to start shooting more, and I was a full-time student. I didn't have a ton of money, and so I was really interested in trying to learn the reloading aspect of shooting. In my mind, I thought I was going to save, a ton of money, and it was going to allow me to shoot more. And, I had these high hopes of, this perfect world. So what reloading does do is it can help you save money, and it can allow you to shoot more. But just know that when you go to shoot more, you spend more. So it's all relative. Let me just walk you through my journey of reloading real quick. I've been reloading for a little over 13 years. When I started reloading, I actually started reloading in a 600 square foot apartment. And that right there helped debunk the myth that people told me that I needed a ton of room and I needed a large space dedicated solely to reloading. Well, I 100% was reloading in my bedroom in a 600 square foot apartment, and I can tell you I did not have a lot of room. I had a need and a want, and I made it happen. So with a trip to the hardware store, I went and got some 2x4s and some plywood, and I constructed a reloading bench. I got 3/4 inch plywood and 2x4s, and I made it as sturdy and as rigid as I could so I wouldn't get a whole lot of flex when I would use the reloading press. And that's when I realized that you don't need a lot of room, you don't need a lot of equipment. So for me, I was reloading 45 ACP and I was loading 308 Winchester. That's what I started on. That's what I cut my teeth on. My goals for reloading is that I wanted to shoot as much of 45 ACP as I could, and I wanted to load match 45 ACP. And going from 230 grain ball to 185 grain semi wad cutter, I wanted to load as precise of ammo as I could. I would shoot Black Hills match ammo, and I would shoot some other brands, and I wondered, why couldn't I make this ammo? And with my 308, I was using it for hunting, and I was using it just for fun and just to go to the range with. So again, I thought I could load some basic rounds, 150 grain full metal jacket, just for plinking. And I got my first silencer, so I was like, well, I can make my own subsonic loads, which I did. That was really fun. And then I also made some hunting loads, some for hogs, some for deer, things for just whatever. That's why I got into it. And I had to learn some hard lessons because I didn't really have anyone mentoring or guiding me through how to reload, and the mistakes you can make along the way if you don't have somebody there to kind of say, hey, here's some tips and tricks that I've learned along the way. So it was me and a friend of mine that I worked at a gun store with, and we decided we were just going to jump in it. So we got a single stage press, and we didn't order enough of the equipment that we needed, and that was the first part, is you don't know what you need when you first start out. So it was a long process and a long road, and trying to, when you would get to the next step, you just had to wait to get the more equipment that you needed or whatever. So that's kind of what I want to do in this video series, is kind of give you an overview of what you need and then maybe what you could want. So basic reloading, and then moving up to more, maybe, I don't want to say advanced reloading, but maybe faster reloading and nicer equipment, right? So over the years, I've used a bunch of different manufacturers, and one of those manufacturers is RCBS. And I'm very fortunate to have partnered up with them to help make this series for you. So these are products that I use and have used, and so they've actually helped get me into show their product line and to show you some basic to more advanced style reloading. So I'm really happy to be working with them, and I want to give like a full disclosure. So some of the tools that you're going to see from them I have bought, and then some of the stuff they have given me. I was using a Chargemaster 1500, and I've been using that for over 10 years. And so they were gracious enough to help upgrade the powder dispenser. And so we're going to go through two of those. We have their Chargemaster Supreme and their Matchmaster, and I'm going to show you the differences between the two and why one might suit your needs more. The other thing is that we have a rock chucker right here. So this is going to be a single stage press, and I'm going to go through how to mount it, how to get it set up, and go through the process of setting up your dies, whether it be pistol dies or rifle dies, and showing you step by step how to do that. And I'm going to break it up into two different sections because I don't want the video to go too long. I want it to focus on just the topic at hand. So I'll do one video for rifle and one video for pistol. Talking about companies that I've personally used for a long time, that I actually got some help from Starline Brass. And so I really wanted to thank them because they were, again, gracious enough to help out with getting all brand new brass. So for the calibers that we're going to be dealing with. So I want to talk about reloading, but then I'm also going to move it into as if you're a competitor, okay? Because that's kind of where this is going to go. You can apply this in any way you want, whether it's just a recreational shooter, or if you are a hunter and you're trying to get more precision out of your hunting ammo, or if you're a competitor and you want to try and make your own ammo and stop buying it. That's really the way I'm going to go with this. So because that's what I do. I'm going to show you exactly how I go through doing my loading process. When you want to reload, there's kind of like three different reasons why you would want to reload. We kind of touched on this, but one reason is you want to minimize cost. Another reason might be that, and a lot of people are starting to feel this over the last couple of years. So if people remember back in 2013, there was a shortage, and just recently again from 2020 to, I mean, even still now, it's not exactly easy to find everything that you want. And so that's availability. So, or if you have an obsolete cartridge that you like to shoot, an old cowboy load or whatever. The other one would be trying to make your ammo as precise as you can make it. So whether that being, your hunting load, or so for like me, I'm starting to get into some PRS sniper style matches. So I'm loading my own bolt gun ammunition, my own precision ammunition on my 6GT, and then also 6.5 Creedmoor. And I'm also going to visit the 308 Winchester line, because those all apply to what competitions that I'm starting to get into. So whether it be the Tactical Games Sniper competition, which I'll be doing for the first time in about a week or so, really excited about that. And then there's also some other And then I'm going to try and get into some local PRS matches, and then possibly some other sniper style matches that me and some friends are wanting to get into. So really excited about that. So you're looking at cost, you're looking at availability and precision. And then you're really going to break down the two items that you're going to reload in either rifle or pistol. Really, that's it. I don't reload shotgun. That's a totally separate style of reloading that I have no experience with. So just rifle and pistol. What I'm going to do is, when I go to talk about the individual styles of reloading, I will go more in depth on the dies, and just know that you have two separate die systems. You have rifle, which is often called bottleneck cases, and I'll go through and explain what all the different parts of the cartridge are. And you have straight walled cases, which are typically your handgun pistol cartridges. And I know there are some straight wall rifle cartridges, but we're not going to be talking about those for this style of reloading. So just know that for our purposes, we're going to be talking about bottleneck for rifle and straight walled for pistol, and that's what we're going to be dealing with. That's just going to be kind of the overview for this video. This is going to be just the intro to moving into this series, because I don't want any one video to be super long. I want it to cater to what you're looking for. My intent is that I'm going to walk through my experience with reloading, and if I can share any tips or tricks, that's what I'm trying to do. So I'm trying to take away that intimidation factor. I want people who are maybe on the fence of reloading to give it a try. Or if you never thought about reloading, maybe hopefully it inspires you to give it a try. It can be time consuming, and that's where the cost comes into play. So if you have all the time in the world, then you don't necessarily need to buy the more expensive tools that will get you to the same product faster. But if maybe you don't have as much time, but you're willing to spend a little bit more money, then there's some tools and some tricks and things that I'm gonna show you just from my experience. And I'm not saying I'm the end all be all, but just from my experience, what kind of helps me get into reloading, getting my product done faster. So this is it. So it's finally here. I'm pretty excited about it. So I hope you stick around, and I hope you learn something, and I really am glad you're going to be coming along. So if you have any kind of questions right now, you can go ahead and put them in the comments. Otherwise, we're going to get started on rifle first, and then we'll move into pistol in our series. So can't thank you enough for watching and for tuning in, and we are going to be bringing you all the good reloading content here real soon. Thanks for watching, and like and subscribe, and tell your friends that you can get into reloading, and it's so easy, anyone can do it. So all right, we'll see you again. Thanks, bye.